all the celebrities of Bollywood are diligently following the self-isolation advisory given by the government to curb the spread of coronavirus in the country. While being at home, we recently had an Instagram live chat with Aditya Seal, who made his acting debut in Ek Choti Si Love Story back in 2002. Recently, he won our hearts with his impeccable performance in Student of the Year 2. In the exclusive conversation, the actor spoke at length about Student of the Year 2 and shared his comments on nepotism. Aditya further recounted his shocking casting couch experience.
Student of the Year 2 proved to be a game changer in your life. How does that feel for you? When you approached for the role?
Well, yes, honestly, it was a very long process to get Student of the Year. I had to beg, plead to get an audition, to be honest. When I did get it, and Shanu Sharma, who is a very, very good friend of mine, so she made sure that I auditioned for it, and then I met Puneet. He auditioned me. He said, "For me, you are final." I said, "Okay, what does that mean?" He said, "For me, you are final, but Karan needs to approve." I said, "Damn, that's gonna be another task." But then the next time I entered Dharma's office, I was sitting right in front of Karan. We were just meeting to catch up, just to say hello, and he said, "You know what? You're on." And then I just went mad. I said, okay, I need to give this my all. But yes, touch wood, the film has done pretty well for me, I must say. It's gotten the eyeballs that I have actually craved for a very, very long time. And so far, so good.
So after you did this movie, what compliment did you get from the industry people? The best compliment, if you remember.
Okay, there was one compliment which was, I hope nobody else is listening. There was one compliment which was by Puneet himself. He said, "You were my best casting for Student of the Year." And I said, "Oh." That was
Also,
the biggest compliment I got.
From whom did you get this compliment?
My director, Puneet Malhotra.
Oh wow, that's nice actually. But also when this movie came, there was a lot of debate going on nepotism. Tiger Shroff was selected and Ananya Pandey and, Tara Sutaria. And even you, but you guys don't, completely belong. Like Tara and you don't belong to the, industry as such. But there was a lot of debate on this. Like, how did you, feel and what was your reaction to it? What do you have to say on this?
Well, I think I have a sort of a filter when it comes to listening to bullshit. I mean, you're in a business. I'm talking about Dharma. You're in a business. You want to sell your product. If he can sell it through me, he'll sell it. If he can sell it through a tiger, he'll sell it. If he can sell it through Ananya, he'll sell it. His work is to just sell his films in a good way and make sure people like it. And don't tell me Ananya hasn't proved herself. She's done good in the film. She's done good in Pati Patni Aur Wo. So it's not that Karan is turning a blind eye towards people who come from filmy backgrounds. He's seeing potential and he's doing it. I don't see anything wrong in that. Okay, if, for example, Ananya was not able to prove herself, then there could have been a debate that, okay, you know what, why is he just giving job on name and not merit? But she did prove herself, so I don't see a reason for anybody to play the blame game.
When you were approached for this role and when you were being told, you are going to play this role, what was your reaction and who did you tell it first when you were selected for the role?
I don't talk to a lot of people. I just tell my immediate family, and even them, I tell them a little later because I don't want to get their hopes up high, because so many times it happens that you go for an audition and you get to hear that, you know what, you're in the final two, you might just get this, and it doesn't happen. So instead of disappointing my family again and again, I just thought, let me just keep it to myself, and when things are a little more concrete is when I'll tell them. So it was a very difficult time, and I can't keep things to myself. So it was very, very difficult for me to just make sure I keep mum about this. And then when I did tell them, they did not know how to react. Neither did I.
Aditya, while trying for roles and you're doing good projects and all, have you become a victim of casting couch ever? Have you faced anything like that, in your life?
Sadly, I have. I won't go into much details. I won't take names, nothing of that shit. But yeah, it did happen with me. I don't know. I think I belong to a more secure family. I stay in Bombay. I live in my father's house, so I don't have to worry about paying my rent or something. So I'm in a better position than a lot of other people. So obviously, it just made me stronger. It just made my principles a lot more stronger that I'm not going to get work this way. I'm just going to get on merit. But it's sad that it happened. But I learned a lot from it. And whenever and wherever I can educate people against it, I do.
But how did you deal with a situation when you were, put through a situation like that? How did you escape? Because, a lot of people find that difficult.
Sadly, it wasn't my first time. This had happened to me before. Again, I won't go into details. And that time, I just panicked. The first time it ever happened, I panicked. And I'm not even talking about casting couch. It happened outside the business. I panicked. I ran. I did not see that person for a very, very long time. It was very difficult for me to tell my parents, honestly, because we're not open in when it comes to sex and everything. We don't talk about it much.
Yeah.
So it was very difficult for me to tell my parents, and I was going crazy day after day because I said, I have to tell somebody, I need to get out of this. And my sister, my elder sister, she was studying in Pune at that time. I called her up, I said, you come back. This has happened. You come back, you come and tell mom and dad. And when I did, it was actually such a relief that my parents were so supportive, which obviously they would have been, but they made it so easy that they just said that next time anything that happens, you tell us. You don't have to wait for anyone to be your advocate. See, nobody can force anybody on. Uh, there's no forcing. I mean, they make moves. They say a certain things. You are uncomfortable. Just say it out loud. Just say it out loud. That I'm not willing to do this. I am uncomfortable, and walk out. That is it.